1, tank 2, tank 3, whichever order they're in.
You know what I have? I got a Sharpie.
We got a label maker too.
Okay. So anywho, so whichever, if you do have one that's not bubbling correctly, there is another step to take a look at. And especially if you can smell ozone inside the pump house.
In here.
In here, okay? So then what you're gonna do is you're gonna undo the 2 screws off the triple O can. Raise the lid off. Okay. Make sure your connections are made in here, okay? Now, after the system gets older and you've replaced the bulb a few times, these hoses can split, okay? Or if you get a power spike or something, these bulbs can pop, and every once in a while we run across the bulb that just doesn't make a good seal, and so we'll get a leak in some of the seams. You know, not very often, but every once in a while. That's where you're gonna start smelling the ozone, okay? If you're not getting any bubbles, double check this fitting, and what you'll do is use a real fine screw, like a deck screw. And this is what you're going to do every single time you service the system. And you're going to run it through this fitting to the hose. And you're going to pull out gunk. Okay? It's going to be like white or green gunk. Okay? And you get that cleaned out, and all of a sudden you got air coming through. Okay? But if you're not, then you're going to pull this hose, which this is just like a ratchet gear type, to put a pair of pliers on it. But I have seen these tubes right here. Yeah. So here's a good screw right here. You just run it through, run it out, run it through, run it out. And I mean, if you come over here with the camera, you can see a little bit of green.
Oh yeah, you can.
Okay. Well, that's a residual that builds up. It's a byproduct from the oxygen to the heat of the lamp. So it's pulling moisture out of the atmosphere. And it's drying it on this fitting here.
How often do we do the screw?
Every 3 months.
Every 3 months.
Every 3 months.
Regular maintenance. Will do. And it's usually just that metal part right there that
exactly.
Easy, gotcha.
Yep. So, or it can be built up into here. And so if that's, you know, if you still don't have volume, you just come in here and start pinching on the hose, and a lot of times you'll get a puff of that debris to come out. Yep. If it still doesn't do it,
call Stuart.
Call Stu.
All right.
So which tank is which one's 1, 2, 3, 4?
Okay. Ian?
I think we should label them